welcome to the 18th round of X2 XRL F1 2020. I'll be your host, Root King 28, and I have my great and fantastic friend, Herbie.
Hello, it is. Herbie, it is.
Right, last
How are we
time...
doing, alright?
Yeah, well, I'm doing alright. How are you?
Good, yeah, all good, buddy, all good. Ready for tonight's race, I must admit.
Oh, I feel stoked. After all, this is basically my home race, even though I'm not racing. Oh well, maybe next time.
Hopefully you will do soon.
Anyways, so it is now round 18. Unfortunately, we only have 19, including us. Including us, there'll be a combined total of 19 members in the lobby. So this does mean that there are around, if my maths are correct, 17 drivers only for this. Why are there so many people who didn't show up?
I really don't know, to be fair. This track is a track that a lot of people do not like to take part in because how hard it is. The cornering on it is absolutely straight. You can literally put one wheel on it and you've got a penalty. So there is some people out there that really don't like this track at all. Some have actually said it's worse than Monaco, with obviously how strict it is. But all in all, we don't know. We don't know the full aspects of it, but I would say that's probably one of the reasons.
Well, it is fair to say that CODIS is definitely one of the more difficult tracks to navigate around, that being including with Monaco and Azerbaijan. Something interesting about this race is the main S-bends after the very tall hairpin, right into T1, and then going down through a little bit of an S-bend curve, which people, if you can get it correct, you will be set perfect, probably straight through the lap. But if you can't navigate through the S-bends, then you're going to be having a very much a rough time on that lap because, as you said before, one tire is equaled one penalty for you. Knock, knock, who's there?
Yeah, we would refer a lot to the not knocking, but I must agree with you there. The S-bends in USA, if you can't pinpoint them right and get it right at all throughout the S-bends, you will lose a lot of time. There's a lot of people out there that have lost, I would say, a full second just because they can't get the sequence right into the S-bends. But once you've got it, if you've got a smooth enough rhythm going through the actual S-bends, you'd nail an absolute blinder a lap. Ultimate under the I believe it was X1. Ultimate with an absolute stink of a lap. He got a 129, and that was the fastest in XRL so far.
Definitely, indeed, something incredible being shown to us. Especially something like that we saw last weekend at... hang on, my mind just sort of blanked out. Suzuka.
Yes.
I mean, the madness of how quick the drivers were going during Q3 was just insanity. I mean, how they pull it off, I probably will never know.
No idea. I really ain't got no idea how they can pull it off.
Yeah, speaking of last weekend's race, we only had 3 DNFs. And interestingly, they were all around the same spot. They were all near the turns 15 and 16 of what we like to nickname the Senna. Yeah. Yes, the Senna chicane. And either they either DNF'd before or after, which is, I must say, quite interesting.
I think you'll see a lot of You'll not see a lot of DNFs in this race, I don't think. You might have the issue at turn 1, on lap 1, but most of the race it'd probably be more clean than anything because of how much space you've got on some of these corners. But the thing is, there'll be more DSQs than there will be DNFs if they don't get off that corners. When they start taking the apexes too close and start corner cutting or exceeding track limits, that will really mess up your race big time.
Yes, and Anderson hits ready up first, I think.
Ty Gores is readied up for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think it goes yet, does it?
Yeah, Tigris and Anderson have both.
Yeah.
I will admit that the ultimate dream, even though it's not really the driver's dream, the ultimate dream of a commentator is to just absolutely yell at the top of his or her lungs when it's lights out and basically an enormous wreck.
It sure is. It's definitely one way to get rid of your voice if you don't like it.
Well, let's just say I have been thinking my voice has been a little bit high-pitched, so it might help. And also, don't worry, I have 2 water bottles on standby, so I don't run out of... Or, eventually, as I usually do, I usually just run out of steam extremely quickly, so fortunately I think these water bottles might be able to save me.
Have you got your coffee ready as well?
No coffee. No coffee today.
Oh, no coffee. Well, I did my USA race for X3 not long ago, and I finally got into the points after all this time in the season. I finally got into the points, so I'm well happy about it.
Sounds good. Also, something interesting about CODIS is not only Formula 1 drivers and probably the drivers in XRL, but also IndyCar drivers just don't like this track. The reason is they don't like being paired with Formula 1, their European counterpart, mainly because they've been trying to be self-defined and kind of an independent type of motorsport, and well, personally to me, I feel they've done that fairly well. I mean, have you seen like the sort of protection devices above the drivers' heads? I mean, I don't even call them halos. They're full windows.
They're definitely not a thing that I like. I don't like the look of them, to be fair. I know they're really good for safety purposes, but they're not a lovely view at all. They're minging.
Yeah. But, oh well, we're not the FIA.
Exactly. So as long as everyone's in the chat and obviously watching the stream, I'd just like to say that this is going to be a 3 qualifying sessions. You're going to be in Q1 with an 18-minute session that is now underway. Followed then into Q2, that's going to be a 15-minute session. And then the top 10 drivers in Q3 will battle it out with 12 minutes to get into the top 3 spots for the podium start.
Yes.
Podium start.
And then afterwards, it'll be lights out and away we go at CODIS with 27 laps. Truly, time flies when, 1, you're doing commentating, 2nd, if you're watching, especially if you're not paying attention.
It sure does. I've noticed tonight that all tonight seems to have just flown. I've never known it to go so quick. Right, let's get this sorted. Fastest laps, yep.
And if you can hear in the background, the V6 turbo hybrids are starting to spool up and ready up for Q1, as that is I believe that's a Haas coming out. No, that's an AlphaTauri, and now a Ferrari coming out, and has the rest.
Ultimate in dead gut.
Oh, nice! We have all 20 drivers. Wonderful.
We do have a full grid so far. Will we have a full grid at the end of the race?
I'm gonna go ahead and guess maybe.
Yeah, it's a possibility, isn't it? It's definitely a possibility. I've just been informed on chat as well that by Extreme Leagues that it is an all-dry session, an all-dry race.
Well, this should increase the survivability of the drivers. However, once again, drivers encountering with other drivers usually doesn't go too well, so once again we'll have to just wait and see what happens.
We sure will. We definitely sure will. I'm just running alongside with Ultimate now, as he's the first driver to hopefully post the lap time. Well, start his flying lap, sorry, in the USA Grand Prix.
With Ultimate posing an extreme threat for Beard Boost, whom won, Ultimate won the race last time in his Alfa Romeo, and I was not expecting that. I thought personally Beard Boost would be dominating the entirety of the race, but no, freaking Ultimate came out of nowhere and was around, I believe, 3 or 4 seconds in front of Beard Boost.
Yeah, he did an absolute cracking performance from Ultimate, really was. So Ultimate now is starting his flying lap to post his first time of the session. Also, Degger falling behind in the Ferrari.
Absolutely clean through the S's for Ultimate as he just continues to just tiptoe his way around the apexes like it's not even there. A little bit wide of the exit of a turn that I do not know because I do not have my map ready.
I've had a look myself and I can't seem to find names of them. I'm struggling.
There you are. Okay, now I got it ready. There we go. So now we are with Beard Boost as he now goes through T13 and now through T14. It's just basically a full straight S-bend track, Codus. I mean, none of it is necessarily just a full tight corner. It's just usually a left-right and left-right. Then again, I suppose that does mimic most of the United States military, which of course we are very proud of our veterans. Oh, wait a minute.
So Ultimate now is just put a 130 in.
This is not an air show. Whoopsies.
So Ultimate now has just posted a 130.4, an absolute cracking time for the first set of the session. You've got Degger now coming into his final corner now to post his time. Will he be any better? I reckon it'll be a 130. Yeah, wow.
Oh,
okay, sorry.
Dear. That's around.
Yeah, he must have an issue.
Yeah, that's a 21-second difference between Dedgar and Ultimate.
That's a Renault, it's Penku. Penku goes with a 135.0 flat.
As well as Tigoris with a 131.6.
Oh yes, correct, sorry, I didn't see that. Fly Wallabies just coming with a 132 flat.
Shmee coming in with a 133.1. Sector 1, yellow flags. That looks like to be, I think that was Wallaby. Yeah, it was Wallaby. Don't know what happened to him there.
No idea, he seems to be alright. There's no damage on the car as of yet.
Joe now posting a 131.3, giving him P2.
I believe the next car that will turn up will be Degger. Hopefully he can improve his time from 151. He's got a purple sector 2 as he comes around that corner there.
You can definitely feel it, especially if you just saw now through his wheel control as he was catching the car as it was sliding. He's definitely wanting to make it as a perfect lap as possible, as you usually do in qualifying. Oh, and he gets his lap time invalidated by going a little bit off wide.
That's unfortunate there. I've just been informed as well that Wise and Anderson both have quali bans. So I believe Anderson and Wise will be retiring in the pits after this first lap round.
Yeah, I remember Anderson readying up too early. I think.
Yeah, I'm just watching Wise now come into the pits, and I'm assuming he will come into there to retire his car.
Quite an unfortunate thing for Wise, as well as Ultimate. As the Red Bull of, I believe, Fiend comes out of the pits to start his out lap. Yep, that is Fiend.
Well, we've done, what, I'd say 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes into the session, and Ultimate's already confident with his lap time. He's retired out of the session so far in Q1.
Anderson and Wise now retiring from the session. Ultimate just would you say he's maybe a bit overconfident? That's for Beard Boost to put him in his place.
Yeah, I'd say he's a bit. I'd say he's a bit overconfident into the aspects of what he does. But in this type of racing, you're gonna have to try and be most confident as you can, because like these S-Bens here, and watching Zola come through, you've got to be so confident on trying to get round. It's unreal.
Yes, indeed. As we're riding with Zola with a lap time invalidation. Very much unfortunate for these drivers, for it is once again so easy to get a lap invalidation. Probably if I ever become a driver for the XRL X2 League, or any X1, X2, or X3, or even actually I think you start off with Dev. So when I go to Dev, I am going to be so scared about the corners on Monaco and need this track, Kodas, as well as the castle corner at Azerbaijan. As Ryan passes Zola, Zola now following Ryan. I don't know why he slowed down. Maybe to conserve fuel. As Zola and Ryan both go through T16 now. So far, Ultimate keeping his lap time, as well as Sasha now posting a 138. A 130.8, followed by Tagoras with a 131.2, who is followed by Joe, who has a 131.3. And I believe Herbie is now AFK. I have no idea. Oh, nope, there he is.
I've just been informed as well that reason why Anderson and Wise have both got body bans is for blocking hot laps. So I'm just running alongside Wallington now. Wallington's going to post. What's he on now? He's on his first sector. Oh, he's on first sector now. No, he's not. He's on the back straight. Sorry, I'm looking at the map wrong.
Shmi now retires from the session with a 132.6, as well as Sasha with a 130.8.
Oh, I wonder if Mr. Shmi feels like he knows he's going to be into the top 5, or into Q2.
With 8 minutes to go for Q1, Low posting now an 832.6. Securing or taking P9 at least with a with a low fuel sign. He'll be getting the call to box.
Ryan Hurricanes just posted a 131. It puts him into 5th so far. I'm watching Wavy now. Wavy's just crossed the line. It's put him into 7th with a 8th. Sorry, now with a 132.2.
Now with I believe that's either John or Tigaras. It's Tigaras, I think.
You got Tigores. I want to watch Tigores for you. Oh, Tigores.
Oh wait, no, that was Jeebus John.
Jeebus John on his outlap.
Something interesting is Beard Boost. He hasn't posted his lap time yet. Is he wishing to stay at the back of the grid?
I think, to be honest with you, I think Beard Boost will wait till the actual track when the track turns a lot more quieter, because obviously you've got what I'd say probably 15 cars out there so far, 14 cars. Once obviously everyone's posted a lap time, as you know, it's like Ultimate and Sasha and Mr. Shmi, they've all retired. Hopefully a lot more will retire in the pits after they've done the flying laps, and they'll have a clear run then to post his quickest lap time he can put in.
Seems like that a Red Bull is starting to oh wait, no, that's not a Red Bull. Oh, one of the Red Bulls, I believe. Yep, that's Fiend coming into, I believe, to retire. With his time being a 132.3, securing P9.
That is Zola, I believe it's coming in. Is it Zola?
Here comes the second Red Bull pit crew, and here comes Zola.
Smooth now, he's on his outlap, he's on sector 3 now. He's going to got the long right hand bend to go and the 2 lefts before he starts his flying lap.
Waddington now retiring with P3 under his belt with a 130.8. These it seems that 130 will be the fastest lap time of the day, or if they can pull off the ultimate taboo with something like the 126. But personally, to me, I doubt that will happen because
yeah,
they're gonna be Americas.
I do very much doubt that. You've got Beer Boost now. He's with 5 minutes remaining. He's finally come out to do his outlap. In the McLaren team.
I don't think it's actually because of him wishing to stay at the rear. I think he's actually still overconfident in himself because he's going to X1.
Yes, correct.
So I think Beard Boost, if he can get this hot lap in with around 5 minutes to go for Q1, he's just going to be wanting to flex his lap time all over Ultimate. There's a little bit of payback from last week.
Correct, and also there's Smooth. I believe Smooth will be rather quick at this track. I could see him posting at least a 131 when he comes to putting his lap time in. He's just got a purple sector 2 coming into 3 now. He is behind Beer Boost, but Beer Boost will get away from him as soon as he starts his lap.
Smooth right behind Beard Boost, as Beard Boost is still on his outlap, and now comes into the.
Beard Boost is coming in.
Wait, what?
Whoa, what's up with Beer Boost? Right, okay, so Smooth now is coming into put his lap time in. He puts him into 14th. He will make procession to Q2. So will Mr. Shmee. So far at the minute, Penku and Dedgar will be out. If it carries on like this, he needs to try and get out quick as he can, Dedgar, to get this lap time in. 3.5 minutes left to go.
Now riding on board with Smooth with his 133.5. He'll be doing everything he can to cut his lap time around, at least he needs to trim it around 3 seconds shorter. He needs to find those extra bits of track time, but he's actually slowing.
I've just been informed. We obviously must have missed this, but you know, Mr. Shmee, we assumed he retired.
Yeah.
Obviously after his lap, I've been informed the fact that he's DNF'd it into the pit wall.
Oh.
So he had contact with the pit wall that now retired him out of the session. So that means there will be only 14 drivers going into Q2.
How interesting. That means Pengu will be the final one to be in the top 15.
We've also got Dedgar is now coming close to the end now. He needs to try and get over that line before time runs out, and there's 2.5 minutes left. We don't need to mess up now to try and get his last lap in, to try and get into the top 15 at least. At least then we may have 15 drivers into Q2. Also, Penku's in the same boat. He's coming round to the long right-hander now in Sector 3 with 2 turns left to go with 2 minutes left.
It'll be definitely interesting to see the Italian stallion just screaming through T1 and trying to make its just best time possible. Scuderia Ferrari is now on their feet as Dedgar goes for his flying lap, hoping that he doesn't mess it up anywhere near the bends, anywhere near, well, where you can get a track extension. He just wants to get that perfect
alongside him now
lap.
to watch him. He does, he really does. He's had 2-3 laps constantly having invalid laps due to his track violation. Hopefully now he can get onto the full grip of this and get his lap time posted so he's not out of this altogether. We've also got Penku running alongside Penku. He's also on the back straight with Dedgar. He's in the DRS zone in the next 50 metres away and he's running to it now. Hopefully he can get some speed and some traction into these corners so he can then progress his lap time. And running alongside Dedgar.
as the '94 Scuderia Ferrari car of Dedgar 1988 goes around. I believe that is turn 15. Now coming around to turn 16, 17, and 18 with that full crest bend.
We've also got an endurance racer that's just joined us in the chat. It is R18 Jono, who must have finished their 24-hour session. Dedgar goes 8th.
Absolutely spectacular lap for Dedgar. Also, it is a pleasure to have Jono being a member of the endurance team who finished 17th in class. Oh, Penku's now coming into the pits.
Yeah, he didn't have a good lap at all. We're running alongside with Smooth now. Smooth's the next car to post in this lap. If he has got a good time, he may not. If he hasn't, he will retire in the pits. Also behind him is Dedgar, but Dedgar's already posted his lap time. And you've got Lowe as well. I believe Lowe may have... Oh no, Lowe is doing a lap. Sorry, Lowe is doing a lap. It doesn't look very fast.
As well as Dedgar. I guess Dedgar isn't just wanting to see if maybe he could just scrub a little bit time off of his last lap, and just seeing what he can do to get
Jono's referring
somewhere
to you as
near.
your number one fan. Jono is your number one fan, Root.
Yay! I'm also his number one fan for the Enduro boys.
Smooth
As
just coming to the pits.
Dedgar now coming into the pits, so he will not be posting his lap time, even though I think it would be quite the stellar lap, maybe just shaving off a couple hundredths of seconds. But no, he will be denied. Also, something interesting I found on the Renault car, on the top of the steering wheel it says E-Tech Hybrid. I first saw it as V-Tech.
He never did.
Honda integration in the extreme.
So, as I believe that's all the drivers now that's posted the lap times in, I'll give you the top 15 that we've got. So hang on, I will tell you in a minute as it's now loading into the screen. So that is Q1 underway and finished. That is Ultimate in first, Sasha Waddington, Ty Gores, Joe Pelly, Ryan Hurricane, Raul, Dedgar, Jeebus John, Zola, Flying Wannabe, Wavy, and Fiend, Low, and Smooth, all in the top 15 that will progress to Q2. Unfortunately, Mr. Shmee had a pit wall demolition derby with it, but it didn't work out well, so he was out of that. And Penku unluckily didn't make it through. Wise and Anderson both have quali bands, and beer booths. On reason he retired, I don't know.
So it's either A, overconfidence, or B, he doesn't want to get into the big one at T1. However, from the last two weekends, we have seen only one big one, if you will, and that being at Russia with T2.
Yes, I remember that.
And if you're joining us now, welcome to Codest for round 18 of the XRL X2 championship. I am your host, RootBreaking28, with Herbie. And
Herbie it is.
As some of the cars are getting called out, the V6s roar once more for Q2.
We've got Sasha now, the first car to leave the pit with the medium tyres. Just behind, I believe that is the Alpha Tauri, and that will be Ultimate on the medium tyres. Also, the two Racing Points have come out, Flying Wannabe and Raul. Followed Dedgar, and then followed by, who is it? It's Ty Gores.
Interesting indeed. As Sasha now coming around to T11 as he breaks for around the 50 mark. followed closely behind by Fiend and the two. I don't know why, but I just want to say Force India.
They've long gone. That team's long gone.
I know it's
It's all good. Trust me, it's all good. Everyone knows what you mean. Sasha's just invalidated the lap. How has he done that? I didn't see any corner cut, track violations there at all.
indeed.
Invalid.
The young Romanian will definitely be kicking himself for that, or perhaps he's going with the same strat as Beer Boost and just wants to see if he can't get a little bit of time.
He's coming now to start his lap. Absolutely steaming up the pit straight. Also behind him, he's got Ultimate. Ultimate is really quick around this section. If Sasha doesn't seem to get the S's correctly, Ultimate's going to be right on the back end.
Indeed. We are now running on board with Ultimate as he goes through the S's. Oh, and he invalidates his lap time. Just a little bit of centimeters right outside of the barrier of his tires. And
it's
he
alright though, because
invalidates
Sasha in front's got a purple sector 1. I know it's the start of the session, but he's flying out to the back straight. Absolutely phenomenal drive for Sasha at the minute. He's doing really well. Going along with Flying Wallaby as well. The next car behind it will be it's behind Ultimate. It's also posting a lap time in. With no validation so far. He's got Raul behind him too. Maybe Raul could get a bit of slipstream off him to get some more speed out of it, but I think he's quite far, to be fair, looking at the map.
With most of the grid, it's still in the pits for now, as we're in, I would say, around the 12th minute of Q2.
Indeed, they've spent roughly 3 to 5, or 3 coming up to 5 minutes soon, sitting in the pits. They're obviously confident to come out later on. Sasha now is coming over the to do his flying lap. And it's a 132.4. Next one will be Flying Wallaby. Flying Wallaby's coming around now to the last turn. Kept it clean.
Now, will he be able? And well, let's just say it wasn't his best time yet. I was about to say, will Wallaby live up to his name and go flying for the next lap by?
Deadgo's just posted a 133, followed with Tigers with a 132.7.
Very much impressive from Tigurus and Dedgar, as still 6 people in the pits. No, excuse me, 7. Raul came in to retire, I think.
He did. I don't think he has. Yeah, he's still sat in the pits. But Joe Pelly is just starting his flying lap now, followed by with who was that? I'd see. Is it Low? I believe it is Low. Low following behind him in sector 1. Smooth decided now for the Williams to come out for his outlap. So has Jeebus John from Mercedes.
I must say, it's extremely interesting to me that none of these, some of these drivers are still making mistakes. Or, well, actually, excuse me, scratch that. Personally to me, I think how the out-of-bounds rule should work is if the car has all 4 wheels off the track, then it counts as an invalidation.
Yes, correct. I've always believed that should be what it is, but to me it doesn't seem to happen. So we've got Flying Wallaby and now Dedgar all now coming into the pits. It's a clear run now for the Mercedes driver of Jeebus. No, it's not Jeebus John, sorry. It will be Tigers. I believe Tigers may be coming into the pits. Oh no, he's coming for another flying lap. Joe Pelly now running alongside with Joe Pelly. Joe Pelly's coming into the last corner with time to put in a 132.7. It puts him top. 132.207. It puts him top so far. Low just behind him is posted a 132.4 on softs. So Joe Pelly's doing a cracking lap time for mediums.
It's extremely interesting to me. So how many soft compound tires do drivers usually are allowed to use during a full session?
I believe it's an average of 2 to 3, depending on what tyre choice you use. Obviously, if you can use a softer compound, a balanced, or a harder compound, can't you? So it depends on which two you use, like the soft and the balanced. But I believe it's either 2 or 3 tops you can have. But if you qualify on the softs in Q2 to be in the top 10, the top 10 drivers will have to then drive on that compound tyre. So that's why you'll see in Q2 most drivers like to drive on the mediums because they can get a longer stint out of them because the softs seem to wear out a lot quicker in any track. But soft tyres give you the faster pace.
I will admit, it is interesting to see people having to, or I don't know how the FIA did it, but now that Pirelli has created or has done for decades now, created multiple compound tires, which I suppose it does indeed make sense, but it would be interesting to see maybe for next year's season if they make like the ultimate Pirelli compound tire, and the only other tire that you could switch to are your wets or intermediates.
Yeah, when we had a qualifying where the 2 first sessions of qualifying it was absolutely bucking it down and it turned into intermediates. So when it comes to the last top 10 drivers, they had a full range of tyres there that they could use on dry because it turned dry. They've got all them tyres to use then to get a faster lap time and then progress a lot better in the actual race itself.
Yeah.
So running alongside with Wavy in the Renault, he's just received a purple Sector 1 and now 2. He's coming into Sector 3, he's behind. I believe that is Zola. No, it's not, it's his teammate Fiend. He's behind Fiend. Fiend's just pulled to a side for him to get through. Wavy now, he's coming through the long right-hander, coming to the last 2 turns of Sector 3. Can he put an absolute blinder of a lap time to put him into pole position so far?
I can reckon you. Wavy can feel it. Wavy can feel that his car can go faster.
Oh no!
And he will be trying to.
Wow. Okay. He got a 133.
Must say, not his best lap. However, it's definitely not his worst.
Oh, Zola's spun. Zola's spinning on the grass. I don't know if he's lost control or he's trying to sell donuts.
And unfortunately, it seems all of the drivers is denying his offer, and in sadness, he drives back, or he's still off track. I believe he's just trying to re-enter the track safely, as he just does now, coming into turn 19.
Watching Ultimate now. Ultimate's now coming to the last turn. He is on his flying lap. He's just posted a 131.8. It will put him first in Q2.
A full second in front of Joe. With Beard Boost not qualifying at all in Q1, it will be interesting to see what his strategy is.
It will do. It will do, Root. It will do. Oh. I've just got information as well that Jono finished in P17th in his 24-hour session. That's an absolute cracking performance.
He did, and with including several unfortunate turns by other cars, LMP and GTE alike, as well as a little bit of mistakes coming into the properly dark laps of night running at Daytona. It is extremely impressive to see Jono and his team of absolute crack drivers putting down an excellent P17 in class. Ultimate. He can feel it. He's going to be trying to get pole, or he's trying to get further away from Joe. in which I think he knows he can, and I think he knows he will, as he now goes into
flying wannabe's
T19.
nearly at the pit wall. Oh, Jesus. He's just made it. He's reversed it back and got into the pits, but he got lucky there. He retired his car. Followed by Smooth going into the pits. Also, I believe that is Ultimate now in the pits. It is.
Okay, I think we're allowed to call it now. If anybody accidentally crashes near the pit wall while trying to enter into it at CODIS, or any track for that matter, we should just call it a shmee. That's a hard shmee.
That was a hard shmee there. I like it. We'll call him that shmee, are we?
Jeebus John right now on his outlap, the 42 Mercedes, destined for either glory or failure. Currently in P14 because he hasn't done his quali lap just yet. Now coming out of T19 and now into T20, out of T20 into second, third, fourth, fifth. DRS wide open as he goes for his first lap.
I'm also running alongside with Fiend now. He's to do his final lap now. He's finishing off with a 1:31.88. He comes second, just behind Ultimate. Wow, cracking lap time there from Fiend.
Right after you would say that, I just wish that once again the onboard radio, and it's just him absolutely applauding himself. But oh well. We got Sector 1, Sector 2. Actually, that's on the straight, and I believe that is a pass of Sasha. It's the Romanian. Why is he going so slow?
I think he's letting Jeebus John fly by. No, he's not. He's slowly coming down to a stop. Is there no fuel in the car, or is he just?
No, well, there's no. There's not a fuel indicator.
There's nothing happening to his wheel. He doesn't seem to be there. Oh, he's turning. Gonna keep an eye on him in case he glitches or something happens and takes another driver out. Waddington's just gone past slow as well.
But I think Waddington that time was just wondering if Sasha was okay. The poor Romanian.
I think Sasha's waiting to get to the last couple of seconds. I think Sasha's waiting to be. Oh, that's what he'll be doing. He'll be waiting on track now to see if anyone posts his lap time, puts him into the bottom 10, so at least then he's out on track ready to put his lap in. I believe that's what they'll be doing.
Sneaky.
Oh no, he's helping.
Yep, here he goes. Here he goes.
He's helping his teammate. If you notice, the Has car, Joe Pelly's just gone by. I wonder if Joe Pelly's going to help him get up or something like that. Bit odd that, to be fair, watching the two Has drivers now all of a sudden be side by side. But anyway, let's run alongside with Smooth. Smooth's the next guy that really needs to put a lap time in because there's not posted one yet. But we've noticed that Jeebus John has gone top with Zola as well in second with a 1:31.7 and 1:31.78. Wow! Absolute
outstanding job as we're riding on board with the wait, hold on. Looking at
it is the
number,
Williams, Smooth,
the 25 of Williams.
Correct.
Let's see if Smooth can't make Claire proud. Well, that's interesting. We got yellow flags on the home stretch.
That's cleared up. It's cleared. I believe it's because of Fiend retiring in the pits. I believe that might be it. But Joe Pelly now is flying down the back straight. How old is he? Is that Zola on wide there on the back end?
That is Zola indeed there. Zola. He's just not doing well. I think I heard him pre-race. I was absolutely ranting about CODIS and how much he hates it, mainly because it's so easy to get wide and not be able to recover, even though he hasn't gotten a lap invalidation.
No, well, Ultimate has just gone with a 1:30.4.
Oh my god.
He's flying. Smooth just posts a 1:31.9. It puts him in 6th. Oh, now he's in 7th. Can he hold that position? Oh no, 8th. It's all coming in now.
Flying Wallaby now getting a 1:31.4, followed by Degger with a 1:31.6. Oh, Wavy now getting P3 with a 131.6. Joe now getting third. Sasha now getting second. Good
Oh, it's
God,
crazy.
it's everywhere today.
They're all coming out. They're all coming out. Flying Wallabies still in third. Raoul's just come ninth. The next
Tiger
car to
S
come
now.
round is Ryan Hurricane. Ryan Hurricane's going to put a 131.60 that puts him in sixth. Jesus, they're battling it out to get into the top 10.
The Sauber machine definitely feeling that he didn't really give it his all, but I think he's just glad that he's in the top 10. I'll go ahead and count out for the top 10 as we
Yes.
finish riding with Ryan with the onboard. There we go. That'll be the end of your Q2 session. The Ultimate taking pole for Q2, followed by Sasha, followed by Wallaby, followed by Joe, and then in fifth, Wavy, Ryan, Dedger, Waddington, Jeebus, and Raoul, with the, I believe that is the 5 people who did not qualify quickly enough, being Zola, Fiend, Smooth, Low, and Tigurus.
Yeah, that's correct. It's unfortunate, really, because Zola was in second with an absolute cracking time of 131, but everyone's responded with even more superb time of 130s and low 131. So it's unfortunate for Zola because he was in a good position there.
Also, allow me to give anybody a suggestion. If you wanted to properly be immersed in F1 2020, you won't, especially if you're going into Circuit of the Americas. Allow me to give you some tips. 1, turn your thermostat up to 88 degrees Fahrenheit, or around, I believe, 26 degrees Celsius. And then put on a large coat.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, hell, I think it gets around like 37 degrees Celsius, which is around 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summers.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That is hot for me. I couldn't do that. So Sasha is the first car to exit the pit lane and now come onto their outlap. Yeah, carry on. Sorry there, Rubeard.
It's fine. Yes, indeed. With only 10 drivers left for Q3, they will. I must say, the main key and the main strategy about posting a good lap time for qualifying. You either want to be either at the direct front of the grid or at the direct back. You don't want to be anywhere near the middle.
Definitely not, because that turn 1 is an absolute blind of a corner, and if you don't brake right or brake quick enough, you will end up T-boning any of the cars that's in the turn. Definitely.
Yes, and I doubt any drivers like any Manuel Spinalas.
I see both racing points are together. I believe they'll be trying both of them will be trying to get their team into the top 3, and hopefully take pole position and second.
Yes, with both Haas drivers. There we go.
There you go.
Being in P1 and P2 on their outlaps. We currently only have 3 full teams, and that being Haas, Alfa Romeo, and
Racing Point.
Racing Point. There we go. Right at the tip of the tongue.
Sorry, I took it off you. So Sasha now has gone through the S's, going around the right hander to the left side. We've got yellow flags in sector 3, but it's now cleared to green flag. Sasha will then hopefully put a lap time in that will be suitable to be in the top 3. We'll find out as he's going now to the back straight in sector 2.
Yes, as he passes through T11, up through the gears, 7th, 8th, and now he's hitting DRS. I don't know why, but I love large straights. It's just something for you to take your mind off of. Something like the Mulsanne, with no, chicanes. Just, and I remember, I think a interview with Joe Bell, a endurance driver during the 70s. It's sort of therapeutic because, you're at night, lights on, the two water gauges never flickering, and you just hear this constant whack, and you're going around 240 miles per hour, and it's incredible.
It is, definitely.
But of course, those days are long gone. Now coming with the new hybrid system and with the new LMDH, which, honestly, I can barely hear it. It's like, turn up the volume, love!
So, it is Sasha at the minute, currently with 130. Oh, it's just changed. Ultimate now, he's just posted a 130 flat, and Sasha is in second so far with a 130.6. And Flying Wallaby and Raoul are both in 3 and 4. And Flying Wallaby's got a 131 and Raoul's got a 132. Can they progress their lap times a bit more to get that racing point into the top 3?
Ultimate currently dominating this race as Sasha now has an invalidated lap time after his flying lap. Ultimate feeling still confident in what he can do when we go lights out later today.
Ryan Hurricane's just posted into third position with a 131.3. Right behind him is Wavy in the Renault, coming now into the last turn. Can he get an absolute blind of a time to get into the top 3s at least? He can. He's in third position so far with a 131.1.
Absolutely incredible. Bravo to Mr. Wavy. The American in the Renault is definitely a winning combination, as we see today, with the number 3 spot being taken by Wavy. Ryan and Dedgar being the sole survivor of Ferrari and posting a decent lap time, securing his place in P4 with a 131.2, followed by, I believe, 1/10 of a second, if I'm correct about that.
You are, yeah, you got it right.
Now Ultimate coming into pit.
Also running alongside with Wallington. Wallington is the only car out on an out lap, so he will be the last driver yet from now just to post a lap time in. I believe the rest of them are in the pits. Ryan Hurricane is 7 seconds down in his time, so he's not going to post another lap time in. I believe he may be coming into the pits. So it will be Waddington and Jeeves John next to post the lap times.
Indeed. Now I'm riding on board with Waddington. It'll be definitely a... so far, it's so incredible that we kind of have a kind of a dominance for X2. It's mainly just been either Ultimate or Beard Boost.
Yeah.
Ultimate
nice
now retiring from the session.
It's been nice to see him. I know Boost is an absolute phenomenal driver and he's got a good quality pacing system and all that, but it's nice to see now. Obviously, I know he retired for a reason, but we don't know that yet. But it's nice to see that actual other drivers are now battling it out for the top 10 or at least the top 3, and it's actually quite close. We're actually quite close with one another.
Raoul, the racing point. The racing point of Raoul now going through the S's for his outlap, trying to warm up those tires right before he flies out the gate, if you will, towards the start line of out of T20.
Also, Joe Pelly's just started to come out on his outlap. It's just behind Waddington, but Waddington's flying now through the S's. He's got a purple sector 1 so far of the session. Can he keep this up and have a purple sector 2 and have an absolute flying lap after sector 3?
Well, it seems that only at Russia was Wallaby's pretty much time to shine, his glory moment, if you will. because I remember that was the first time, and I think that was the first and probably the most amazing finish I have ever seen and ever been the privilege to commentate. It was right with Wallaby and Allen.
Yes.
Now I'm moving up to X1 with Waddington now getting a purple sector 2, flying through, I believe, turn 16, 17, and now through 18, and now entering and exiting through 19 and gear 5, 6, 7th, now cutting down for T20. Will he be able to do it? Will he be able to pull off something?
Wow.
Oh, yes! Taking P2 with a 130.3. Absolute stellar job from Waddington.
Jeebus John now's
Joe
coming
Pelly.
round. Jeebus John's coming round to post his lap time in. He's going on spray. He's gone 8th so far.
It's definitely interesting for the Mercedes to not do well. That just doesn't sound right.
It sure is, especially when Lewis Hamilton, I know he's not here, but Lewis Hamilton did an absolute phenomenal performance at USA last year.
I mean, he now has as many titles as Schumacher. And that's just incredible because the Ferrari dominance in the early 2000s was just incredible. And seeing the Mercedes team pull it off is just madness.
Sure is, it's an absolute game changer, isn't it? You must agree with that. Just watching Joe Pelly now, he's just come off the back straight at sector 2. Is it going to be a purple sector for him? It's not giving me the data so far. He's still got his lap though, he's not invalid, so could he actually put a decent lap time in? We'll keep an eye on it.
Joe Pelly now coming through. I believe that's that's T18, now through T19. Will he be able to post a decent lap time without getting it invalidated on the final corner? We'll just have to see, folks. Or now he dives and he gets P4 with a 130.9, something definitely that he was aiming for, and now he's in the top 5. And now Waddington retiring from the session. Sasha still in P2 and still out, just trying to see if he can't find any more seconds to shave off to get anywhere near and maybe even past Ultimate.
Sasha was actually in 3rd. He's took Waddington's spot because the hazards were actually side by side in 3rd and 4th. But Sasha has actually gained an extra position in front of Waddington. He's now took 2nd position.
Definitely interesting as we come now to the final minute of Q3. I am now currently along with Flying Wallaby 19 as he goes through T19. Will he be able... Oh, wait, no, he's in his outlap. Jesus.
I believe it's Ryan Hurricane be the next one. Is it Ryan Hurricane the next guy? It will be. It will be Ryan Hurricane the next guy to post a lap time. In fact, it could be Raul. No, Raul has an invalid lap. Can he get over that line quick before the last 25 seconds? No, he's time to pit.
Ryan with the Alfa Romeo. We'll see if he can't get anywhere near his teammate as he continues to go through the windy bends and gets a purple sector 2. You can feel it. He's definitely going to try and go for it for the final lap of Q3. Ryan now coming through T16, through T17, now into T18 and out of T18, now into T19, in 6th gear, 5th gear, definitely very quick into T19, and now through T20 into 2nd gear. And he will be right at the top 5. I'll let you count out all of the guys as we now come to a close for Q3.
I will, no problem at all. I've just noticed it is going to be a Alfa Romeo and a Haas battle in the top 5 to try and claim pole position off Ultimate, but will Ultimate get an absolute flying start at the race? We'll find out when it happens. But it is going to be an Alfa Romeo Haas battle at the start. Oh, Flying Wannabe. Flying Wannabe has just posted. He's got a 130.9. It's split the Alfa Romeo and Hazards. It's put him in 4th position. Getting interesting now. Wavy's, I think that's Wavy coming into the pits. I believe it is. So that is it. I'm afraid that is your top 10 for Q3. I'll post them out.
Definitely an interesting final qualifying session, and it will definitely increase the chances of an incredible turn one, and hopefully for the rest of the race.
It sure will be. Well, as that's the end of Q3, I'll give you the lineup for the start of the race for the top 10 drivers. You've got in first position Ultimate with a 130 flat. Second is Sasha, followed by Waddington in the Alfa Romeo, followed by Flying Wallaby and Joe Pelly in the Has car. It's in 5th position. You've got Brian Hurricane, Wavy, Degger, Jeebus John and Raul for the Racing Point in 10th. Will this be an absolute flying of a race? We'll find out just after this.
Woo!
Just to let everyone know, and I think you might know as well, Rootbeard, that as they come to the grid and we have the 5-minute break, there is a 1-minute break added on for silence for the American US. It's towards Patriot as well. They did put up in the chat, just having a 1-minute silence. That's all.
Indeed, I have heard of this, but personally, to me, I prefer to not ask of the tale in detail.
Yeah, I don't either.
Truly is a sad day for XRL.
It sure is. It sure is. But as I will leave you with root beer for the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to just pop to the loo. I'm sure root beer could give you some more information. If not, he may have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. I don't know what he likes.
I haven't really tried tea all that much, but
I won't bother.
Maybe. I mean, I've had like sweet tea, but Southern style, of course.
Well, I'll leave you with I'll leave the stream with you for now while I just pop to the loos. All right?
Understood.
Sweet as.
Right. So, if you're now joining us, this will be your X2 season 2 of round 18 of the United States Grand Prix. I am your host, Root Beer King, as well as with my friend Herbie, who has now gone to the loo, and he'll be right back. As usual with the 5-minute break pre-starting, there will be a 1-minute moment of silence for, I believe, Patriot's friend, or I think it was Steele, and then I don't know. It's a 1-minute silence for a lost friend of XRL, and truly a sad day. So I ask everybody at home, please give a 1-minute silence.
And I'm back if you're here. If not,
Yep, I'm here.
hello, chat.
Hello, Chato. We have just served our little 1-minute moment of silence.
Oh, we have. Brilliant.
Yep. Once again, truly a sad day for XRL, but as in all motorsports, and including with virtual motorsports, the show must go on.
It should, I'm afraid so.
Now with a little bit of sadness out of the way, it's not really fun when something sad is with a very spectacular race that we'll be saying soon. Ultimate being on pole position. It will be definitely interesting to see what out of the gate will look like as the lights come out here in Austin.
Yeah, it sure will. It's going to. I think if anyone comes up to that first turn, it's going to be anybody's game up to that first turn. But I know that Ultimate will have an absolute flying start. I wouldn't be surprised that he'd get at least a 2-second lead quicker than you could ever think of, because he's that quick around his circuit. But I don't know. I can't call it as yet, because it happens. It could be a clean race, perfect battles, but people are getting penalties, and penalties are the main thing in this race, that they will DSQ you, because you can pick them up just like that with no instance of your own. You know, you could be battling it out. You could be touching curb, you're not even on the curb fully, but all of a sudden you've got a penalty, and it's like, it ruins your race a bit. But hopefully the guys will keep it clean, battle it out properly, and hopefully we'll have a good show on tonight.
It's either that, or they'll be going for the all-American technique. That being, unfortunately, rubbing is racing.
Rubbing is racing, and it's all the left turn, just keep going left. We are going at 21:02. I don't know what that is to you when we're going silent on 21:01. I best go quiet now because it's 21:01 now. So as that is your minute silence, so thank you if you did go silent while watching this stream. We are now 20 seconds away from the start of this race. I'm going to let Mr. Rootbeard take control of the 5 lights and lights out for this race.
As usual, as we go 5 seconds now, I'll lead everybody now as I go loud into T1. Here we go. All right, here we go. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and where's it? Lights on, away we go here at America, here at Texas. Yeehaw! And here comes Ultimate into T1, followed by Sasha, followed by Waddington, Jesus. Followed by Wallaby, followed by Joe, followed by Wavy. So far, everybody, oh wow, everybody getting away cleanly, except now, yellow flags, sector 1. It looks like Zola, Shmee, and Pengu, or it's just Zola and Shmee. Now sector 2, yellow flags, that is now Pengu. Oh dear, very bad for Mr. Shmee and Zola.
That's unfortunate for Zola. It seems to happen all the time for him. It's absolutely unbelievable. I do feel sorry for him. He do get some problems with him. We've got a sector 2 yellow flags, and I believe that is Penku. Penku's gone wide because now Mr. Shmee has took 18th position. Well, we've got wing damage on. Oh, we got wing damage? No, we haven't. No, it's fine. We ain't got wing damage on Penku. So we're running alongside with Ultimate because he's got Sasha right on the back end of him. We're only 4/10 behind. There's a nice changeover with Raoul and Lowe.
Indeed, as the train of cars continue to swirl around, now coming into turn 16, 17, and 18 through the entire C-Bend complex. As Ultimate goes through T19, followed by Sasha, followed by Wallaby, followed by Waddington, and followed by Wavy, as they enter now into the second lap of this 28-lap race.
That's been flying start really, hasn't it, for the top 5 drivers. Top 5 drivers have pulled the rights, pull out of the game. But I've just noticed that Beer Boost has started.
Oh!
Is in
yellow
9th.
Flags! It's the 450 of Raul! It's the 94 of Raul! No, sort of, yeah.
He's got it.
Collided in with the wall as Pengu goes into pit.
Yeah, that's Pengu, Joe Pelly, and Lowe all in the pits. They've all got wing damage, so this is going to be interesting.
So far, the grid now being shuffled like cards. And I must say, like a deck of cards, you have no idea which card you're gonna get. Unless if you're a magician, of course.
Also, have you
Beard Boost
noticed?
now being in,
Yeah, I was just going to say Beard Boost. Have you noticed him?
him being the sneaky wolf that he is, has snuck through pretty much. Jesus, I think that's over 10 like
11. You've got 11
at
up.
least 11 positions.
Crazy.
Just constantly sneaking his way around the corners, trying to be extremely sly, somewhere like near Fiend, who's around, who's 1 second to the car in front, and that being Fiend. Ultimate still leading this race. The top 5 grid has not changed. Ryan, I'm now currently riding on board with Ryan as we go through T20, as the AlphaTauri Honda of Ultimate now posting a lap time of, I believe, was a 1:32, somewhere near that. Already we have back markers. It's Penku, Low, Joe, and Raul.
Smooth is in the pits. Smooth has got into the pits. I'm just running alongside. I'm just running along with Ryan Hurricane. Ryan Hurricane is on the back of Wavy, and DRS has been enabled now. He could have DRS as he comes down the pit straight in sector 2 to gain his position in 5th position. Oh, that's Degger and Fiend swapping places. Degger went absolutely wide then on towards that pit straight. So let's go back to Ryan Hurricane now. DRS is open, so has Wavy. Both got DRS. He's not going to gain much there at all. But Fiend, Degger. Oh, Degger's now dropped back. I don't know how that's happened.
Definitely interesting, as I'm currently riding along with Ryan as we go through. I'm gonna go and guess that's right. Yep, we're now through T15, right behind Wavy's massive rear wing. Wow. Okay. Disregard that last comment, ladies and gentlemen.
Scrap that.
That was. Yep, that was what you would call a "that's what she said" moment. And something extremely interesting about Sector 2, and that being the exit of T11, as we now go through lap 4, is that basically you have to stick with stock car and IndyCar rules. So this track definitely does pay homage to its American motorsport counterparts, even though these are European Formula cars. Because on that backstretch, you really have to learn how to draft decently.
What's
because
that story? It's Wise. Why is he spun? Sorry, why is he spun on the S's? He's just spun round right in front of the Ferrari of Mr. Schmid. And Zola now is coming round to gain on him. He's lost his positions. He was in the top 10 and now he's 13th position, just behind Mr. Schmid and Zola in front, or Zola behind.
Now Sasha having a 2.8 second gap from Ultimate. Ultimate now just ruling this race with Beard Boost now in 8th.
Fiend's on the inside of Wavy.
Wavy are having a spectacular battle between the Red Bull and the Renault.
Yeah, Fiend is going to be determined to get past.
Unfortunately already having a penalty. Let's just say, like with Jono with the 24 Hours of Daytona that was last night, it seems the number 13 does not work.
And a lot of people do scrap that number because it is lucky for some people. I must agree.
As Fiend and the rest of the grid go for lap 5. Now Beard Boost being right behind Fiend. The new X1 driver is definitely trying some form of intimidation tactic on Fiend, trying to scare him out of alignment, maybe going wide or missing a gear change.
Beard Boost will gain a lot of speed on the pits, on the back straight. It may take Fiend completely, as he's only 3 to 4 tenths behind. but he also got Ty Gores right behind Beer Boost, so he could have the draft to carry with Beer Boost to get past Fiend and possibly Wavy if Wavy does not pick the pace up.
Fiend now slowly seeing in his mirrors the McLaren diving on the inside of both Fiend and Wavy. Wavy will be taking that back P6. He's saying, get back, McLaren.
Wow, that was a big dive bomb there from Beer Boost, but he did it in a safe manner. He didn't take anybody out. There's no damage caused. Absolute cracking performance there, taking that position away from Fiend. Ty Gores has just took the position of Fiend too on the right-hander.
I mean, Beer Boost might as well get a recruitment form from the Luftwaffe to be a Stuka dive bomber, because that dive bomb was just clean and hard.
He came in with that much of a bomb.
Here he comes again! Beer Boost, Stuka diving right now on Wavy, now being at the 10. Oh, and it's a fantastic battle between Wavy and Beer Boost as they both go into the S's. The Renault versus the McLaren, two rivals during the 90s, now battling it out during now the 2020s.
Beer Boost again is going to do the same performance he did on Fiend. Degger and Zola have just taken over each other. Degger now has took Zola's position in 15th. Now Degger is flying through the S's. Mr. Shmee though has just received 3 seconds.
Who's there? It's a 3-second time penalty!
He's been knocking at your door, hasn't he, all night?
Yeah.
Beer Boost now is coming flying down the pit back straight. So is Ty Gores. Ty Gores is
he's not
just
going
right
to try
behind
the dive
him.
bomb again. Ty Gores. Ty Gores now getting behind Beer Boost. It is now a 3-way battle between Wavy, Beer Boost, and Ty Gores. Will Ty Gores find a way to dive bomb behind Beer Boost, or will Beer Boost? It's just an absolute lottery at this point. You could basically get anything. Pendu now getting a 3-second time penalty straight from FedEx.
I must admit,
Hope
I
that's
wouldn't
not
like
copyright.
I'm going to say I must have not liked to put a freaking lucky dip on this race, I'll tell you that now. So Wavy is now in the pits. Wavy's going to change him soft tyres straight onto the mediums, I believe. That should then last him up to lap 20. I'd say probably lap 18 to 20. And he could put... No, he's going on softs. He's gone back on softs. He's doing a 2-stop strategy.
That makes me wonder, why has he done that? Because I don't think the softs... I know softs run out of grip fairly quickly, but I don't think that quickly.
No, they run out roughly by about lap 11. When I was racing the last race, I got told by Jeff on the tannoy that when I come to about lap 10, he says you are losing a lot of tyre grip. Pit next lap, so I did come in on pit 11, but lap 11, not pit 11.
Ah, yes, of course. Worse with Kimi. I think it was like either Fernando Alonso during 2017 when freaking Fernando is faster than you. The whole grid is faster than you.
Yeah. I'm watching Waddington now. The Waddington's on the back end of Flying Wallaby.
Low now getting a 3-second time penalty. 5 drivers with 3-second time penalties. I swear to God, it's a penalty frenzy every single time we go lights out for X2.
There are going to be a lot of penalties in this race, I can tell you that now. We've also got Sasha now joining in the pack to gain this second position with Waddington. Flying Wallaby's not got DRS, but Waddington and Sasha both have DRS on this pit straight. Will he
Sector 2 yellow flags. I think that's Zola.
Zola?
It is. Well, it was Zola. I think he got wide somewhere.
We've got a changeover with James John and Anderson. Oh no, James John's in the pits. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Ultimate now 5 seconds in front of Flying Wallaby.
He loves it, doesn't he?
Absolutely just dominating this race. I reckon Ultimate is the next one to be stepped up to X1.
He is the X1 driver. He is an X1 driver. He races an X1 all the time. I believe he's like part reserve for the X2s. Oh, Wellington now. Wellington's on the back end of Flying Wallaby on the back straight. Wellington's seen the gap as he got there. It's side by side into the next turn. Wallaby's not going to let him have it that easy, but he has let him through. Oh, there's contact. There's contact there.
The Racing Point
Lock
versus the Alfa Romeo. Definitely an interesting fight.
Also though, because they're battling out so much, they're losing time.
Flying Wallaby doing a switchback maneuver on Waddington, but Waddington refuses. He denies to simply give up his position, even though he's now phenomenal. Right now on the rear wing of Wallaby. Oh, Waddington now being right beside Wallaby. Oh, it's just in a drag race to the line. Lap 9 now. Good Lord. Asa was right. He predicted that there would be very many battles, as his battles were when I think he was commentating with Dev or X3.
He was, yeah. He was commentating X3 with Insane Leader. Did an absolute cracking comms, to be fair. I must admit I was listening to it at the same time. Beer Boost though. Beer Boost has just received a 3-second time penalty.
Even though being in 6th, Beard Boost with that now 3-second time penalty, if somehow he can get somewhere near ultimate, which will honestly be an insane challenge, he will even further have to be challenged even further with this 3-second time penalty.
Flying Wallaby's got DRS on the back of Wellington. Is he going to pull the same move out as Wellington did? No, he's still there, he's still on the back end, but also Sasha's getting involved. Sasha's then looking on the outside, he's not got yellow flags in sector 1. So we're clear, we're fine, we're underway. We've got Raoul and Smooth now swapping positions.
Oh dear. Pengu now in 28 seconds behind Smooth. P20 for Pengu, it's just not going his race, as Raoul gets a 3-second time penalty. Now I believe 8 drivers now have penalties.
And they'll be racking
madness.
Up soon. They're racking up soon these points. They'll be racking these penalty points up more than you think. But anyway, all 3 drivers from the top 5 to position 2 have all got DRS on Waddington. Waddington is starting to pull away a bit though, but Flying Wallaby is there gaining more time on the back of him when he gets these DRS zones.
I reckon Wallaby still wants to get that glorious P2. Something reminiscent to his to the days at the Russian GP. I believe that was Wavy at the front of your screen now getting a 3-second time. No, he didn't. Wallaby and Waddington now just absolutely having an enormous scrap heap. It's just an ultimate battle between, and Lowe getting now a 3-second time penalty as Waddington and Wallaby now cross through T11, now through the DRS zone. As DRS is activated for Wallaby, he will be trying to get all of the draft from Waddington, as I think he's going to be going dive bombing on the outside of Waddington. Will it stick?
Oh, the Alfa Romeo's responding.
As he's also battling with the other Alfa Romeo, Ryan Hurricane.
There's a lock up there from Ryan Hurricane. I
finally said his name right.
Ryan Hurricane had a bit of a lock up there, and then he opened the door for Sasha then to get involved with it as well. But Ryan Hurricane was battling it out with his teammate there to get into 3rd position against Flying Wallaby.
Waddington versus Wallaby, it's just an absolute scrap between these 2 drivers. Now sort of a little pack of either 5 or 6 cars. Waddington in the Alpha machine, the Alfa Romeo machine, desperately trying to pull away from Wallaby, but Wallaby saying, absolutely not, buddy, get back here, our fight isn't over, and over it is not, as Ryan comes to aid his teammate with defending against Wallaby. Ryan now getting a 3-second time penalty from the Essence. That's a yellow flag of Raoul, the 94 car of Raoul. Now it's just putting him further back. Pengu will finally have his overtaking opportunity off of Smooth. Smooth now being the first one to be lapped by Ultimate.
Oh no, Ultimate is absolutely dominating this track so far. He's flying around the track. He's already starting to lap people on lap 11. It's crazy how fast this guy is on his track. He's 10 seconds in front of Waddington, but these guys are still battling it out for the top two. They're still battling it out. You got, oh hang on, you got Waddington in front with Flying Wallaby and Ryan Hurricane still trying to attack to get up there with his teammate for a podium finish.
Indeed, Wallaby is just going full attack.
Bear Boost on the inside. Oh, sorry, Bear Boost on the inside of Ryan Hurricane. He's going around turn 16, 17, and 18.
Through the C complex, now through turn 19. Beer Boost now diving on the inside of Ryan. Now he'll be searching, and he'll be in full hunt mode for, Ryan now pitting. Tigurus now getting a 3-second time penalty. Beer Boost, Ultimate has now pitted. Beer Boost now being in second. I think he's planned this from the start. And now he hunts after Waddington.
Yeah, he's going to catch Megali on Waddington, but Beer Boost has got the pace, you see, to get that position in first and put some time behind him to secure his spot with his penalty that he's received. I think the penalty he's got is a 1 second. I'm going to try and find out. He's got a 3-second penalty. He also, oh, yes, he has got a 3-second penalty. He's tied goals with a 6 second. It's in third at the minute.
Indeed, Waddington seeing that lone wolf of the orange McLaren of Beard Boost, just, if you will, stalking him around 2.3 seconds back, waiting to pounce at any moment.
Ultimate's on the back end of Anderson now. Ultimate is going to start progressing towards Beer Boost and try and gain his first position back. He cleanly overtakes Anderson on the back straight now, coming to the second turn on the back straight.
Anderson trying to make some form of move on Ultimate. However, Ultimate being an incredible driver as we've seen before, it'll be extremely hard for Anderson to catch up and even pass Ultimate, for Ultimate has some extreme driving expertise.
Joe Pelle's just taken over Mr. Schmee in the Ferrari for 13th position. He's now starting to pull away quite quickly, to be fair. Mr. Schmee must be struggling on them tyres. There are 11 laps old.
Oh, Schmee! You can tell Schmee's tires are pretty much fully dead. That was a pure dead tire slide that I saw, I believe, out of turn 14?
It was 14th, yeah. Sasha and Wallaby. Sasha is in the pits, coming out of the pits now. Wallaby took the position, so is Brian Hurricane.
Schmee now getting a 3-second time penalty for simply going wide out of T19. No wonder so many people just absolutely just hate this track. Only like 8 drivers don't have penalties.
We're only halfway. We're not even halfway yet.
That's 8.
We're only halfway
now
yet.
Fiend with a 3-second time penalty. God, the FIA are just being maybe a bit too strict. Or they're always too strict. What am I talking about?
They've been strict ever since they started. So, Sasha now running on board with Sasha. He's on the back of Wise now with DRS and ERS open. He's got on the back of Wise now. Can he take him on the back straight? He's looking. He's weaved out.
The quali band Wise will not be able to defend with the power of Sasha, and the great Romanian in the Haas car will be pulling away from Wise.
Ty Gores is now starting to pick up on towards Beer Boost. He's only 6 tenths behind. He's on the pit straight. Can he use his DRS and ERS to get closer towards Beer Boost and possibly overtake him on turn 1?
Beard Boost now probably seeing the black Mercedes right next to him, and he'll be seeing what he can do to defend as well as attack at the same time as Ultimate. Ultimate has come back for the top spot fray as Ultimate, Tigurus, and Beer Boost all fight for T2 for P2. Now Ultimate. Waddington having his little dominant session with a 3.3 second gap to Beard Boost.
Ultimate's got some fresh mediums on.
Oh, Ultimate diving on the outside. There's some contact between Ultimate and Tigurus. Now with, I think all 3 cars currently have DRS, except Beard Boost. Beer Boost does not have DRS opened. Tigurus and Ultimate now fully battling it out.
Oh, he's on the inside.
Oh,
Tigurus. Here he is.
Ultimate going on the inside, and it sticks. It fully sticks. He commits. Oh, and here comes the Mercedes once more of Tigurus. He's like, get back. Oh, no, here he comes again. Ultimate cutting a bit of the corner at, I believe that was,
Oh, he slowed down.
T17.
He slowed down, like
Tigurus now getting a 3-second time penalty. All sorts of commotion is happening as we now go through lap 15 of this United States Grand Prix.
I must admit, Ultimate is flying out on that track at the minute. He's doing some absolute crazy moves that are actually pulling off and gaining more time. He just seems to be like a wizard. Like, pow! Fucking everything's there. Ultimate has received a 3-second time penalty though.
With the grid spaced out, Ultimate is looking for every way to somehow get past Tigurus.
He's battling now.
And he slips right out like a piece of bar soap in the bathroom. And Wise now gets a 3-second time penalty. Now Ultimate gaining P3 as Tigurus, I bet, is just absolutely shocked at what Ultimate has just pulled out of the bag. And now Ultimate and Beer Boost, that rivalry that we saw in Japan, it seems to be coming back to life again in the United States. Beer Boost and Ultimate being, I personally believe, close rivals, have sort of, if you will, created a mutual alliance. For they both have one goal, and they have that goal to take down Waddington, who's now 3.5 seconds in front of Beer Boost.
Ultimate is just phenomenal. I just can't believe it. Ultimate does go wide there,
Oh,
though.
Ultimate goes wide out of T19, but no penalty. Interesting.
No, not so far yet. Sasha is now gaining on the back of Ryan Hurricane in the Alfa Romeo. Also, Flying Wallaby's involved. Flying Wallaby's in front of Ryan Hurricane. It's in 7th. Ryan Hurricane slowly starting to progress towards him. Penko has just received a 3-second time penalty. But Sasha is right on the back of Ryan Hurricane. Can he pull out another move onto him after the S's? We'll find out shortly.
I reckon Sasha is saying to himself, I didn't qualify in P2 for nothing, and he'll be trying everything that he can to get in front of Hurricane, and then getting in front of Wallaby. Ultimate now passing Beer Boost, now into and out of T11. All sorts of things are once again happening today at the the Texas Grand Prix, as Fiend now gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, as usual. Waddington, though, he has also another ace card up his sleeve. That is being completely clean on track. No penalties.
As of yet, touch wood.
Yeah. I just like how I'm so confident and so... Oh, Zola now getting a 3-second time penalty. I just love how I'm so optimistic about Waddington with that little ace card up his sleeve, and then you're like, yeah, well, for now.
Well, I'm sorry, but us commentators do put a bit of a gypsy curse on these drivers, because sometimes when we say there's no penalties on them, they all of a sudden receive a penalty. We always call it a gypsy curse.
I see. Wait a minute. Beard Boost! What happened? What happened to Beard? Oh, Beard Boost now coming out of the pits.
He's gone onto the soft tyres. He's going to be wanting to catch up with Ultimate quick as he can.
Apparently, Ultimate has some damage because of the little red wrench thing on the bottom right of your screen.
Oh, right.
Ultimate now hunting down Waddington. Now, I don't know why he's not using his overtake button. Maybe he is. No, he's not. Oh, wow. Now, 1 second behind Waddington now. It seems Waddington is just perhaps being a little bit overconfident. But even though Ultimate and Tigurus both have a 6 and 9 second time penalty.
I'm just running alongside with Ryan Hurricane Sasha. There's a battle out here for 6th position against Flying Wallaby. Sasha is just completely dominated to get up into behind Ryan Hurricane, and they both are battling out with Flying Wallaby to get that position.
Indeed, that this three-way duel between Ryan Wallaby and Sasha is definitely an interesting one to see as Ryan. And it's Anderson. It's Anderson. He's pit. Pengu now getting a 3-second time penalty, putting himself up to 12 seconds, with including that 9.4 and steadily increasing second gap behind Smooth.
There's a lot of drivers now going onto the softs. A lot of drivers going onto the softs. We've got Beer Boost now on the back end of Wallington. He's 2 tenths behind. He is going to get him on the back straight as Beer Boost isn't. Beer Boost is under a second behind Sasha. Sasha just received a 3-second time penalty. He could get DRS, and these 5 cars are going to be battling out for the second position so far.
Indeed, and now with Waddington dethroned from P1, Beard Boost now going with full DRS. Will be looking to get past all 4 of these cars, so that way he can get up with that scrap with Ultimate.
All these drivers though, apart from the soft compound drivers, the guys on mediums with the laps that they've had on them, only 5 laps. And that's Ryan Hurricane. Ryan Hurricane spun.
Oh dear, it seems that even the Alphas get the Spinata curse.
No way. That is
Very
unfortunate.
poor.
Fiend and Anderson have banned it out too while I was watching Ryan Hurricane. Anderson now is on the right hander. He ain't got his DRS on yet. I thought he might have done there. He's on the inside of Fiend. Fiend, he's lost his position. And
Raul
Anderson
now getting a 3-second time penalty as Ryan just keeps going down the order now to P12. That's just horrible.
3-second.
Ryan. Dedgar now battling it out with Jeebus and Wavy as Jeebus now goes in to the pits.
I do feel sorry for Ryan because he's had an absolute fly of a race. He's been gaining so much time and picking up so many points. It's unbelievable. Now he's in the bottom 10. He is now behind Jeebus John so far as he's in the pits, but will he come out behind Joe Pelly, possibly Mr. Shmee, but we'll find out as soon as he finishes in the pits. But I'm running along with Beer Boost as he's 6 tenths behind. He's on the back now of Flying Wallaby. He's on the DRS zone now. He's got DRS, full DRS in ERS. There he goes. He takes the position of Wallaby.
The sector 2 straight, he'll be dive bombing. I know him. I know him. He'll be dive bombing. Yep, here he goes. Flying as he goes on the inside of Flying Wallaby as they go through T12. There's contact between the Racing Point and the McLaren as they go through the T13, T14, and through T18 complex. As Beard Boost now overtakes Wallaby as he now sets his sights once more on Waddington.
It's been these 3 drivers in the top 3 anti most of the race for Ultimate Waddington Beer Boost.
Even with the 6-second time penalty, Ultimate is just ruling this race. He has at least 9 seconds, and that's with including the penalties. And that's Smooth, gone wide off of T1. And as I was saying, there's sector 1 yellow flags. Yep, that's cleared up.
Yeah.
As I was saying before, Ultimate, just even with his 6-second time penalty, he's just ruling this race up in P1. Now going all the way through T11. He's just there's just no stopping this man.
Nothing at all.
He's on a mission to win this race. Tigura is now getting a 3-second time penalty as we now enter to lap, or we're currently in lap 20. As soon, Ultimate will be coming around soon to start lap 21 of this United States Grand Prix. If you're just joining us now, welcome to XRL X2 Round 18 of the United States Grand Prix in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, if you saw you've joined this late, we have got only 8 laps left remaining, but there is more action to come, I believe, because Beard Boost and Wellington are really quick drivers and they are battling it out to keep that second and third position. Because Flying Wallaby also
Sector 1, yellow
is catching
flags. I think that's Raul.
up. Raul, is it Raul?
Raul. Now, it's just not going well for Raul Smooth, and especially not well with Pengu.
Right, Hurricane's now overtaking Mr. Shmee on the back straight. No problem at all with DRS open. Mr. Shmee pulls aside for him to get past. Right, Hurricane now took his position, but Mr. Shmee doesn't
Ultimate
seem to be
now
interested.
getting a 3-second time penalty.
There's only
Ryan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers now that's got no penalties so far.
If I could tell you telepathy of what I think Ryan is thinking right now, I think Ryan is currently thinking, alright, enough talk, it's now time for the redemption arc.
Beard Boost has received a time penalty too. I'm afraid he's starting to lose position with him only having he's now got 6 seconds of penalties. He could lose that down towards where Tigers is in 6th if they keep these positions as so far. But Fiend looks like he's attacking Anderson on the back straight. Oh no, sorry, it's Wavy. It's Wavy and Fiend. Sorry, Wavy now attacking Fiend on the back straight now in the sector 2. He's on side by side now. He's got the position well and truly clean there. But Fiend's looking on the inside.
Trying to edge himself near Wavy in that Renault. Zola gets now a 3-second time penalty, totaling Zola's penalty count up to 6.
And now that is 6 drivers that are clean drivers so far.
The Red Bull of Fiend still trying to hunt down Wavy as he goes a little bit wide off of T19 as he build up the DRS. Beard Boost still trying to hunt down Waddington, but Waddington is further opening further and further the gap between himself and Beard Boost. He's also just wanting to try and hunt down Ultimate, who's just now 12 seconds streaking ahead in front of everybody. Just an incredible drive from Ultimate, all in all.
It sure is. And Tigers, he's in 6th position so far. He's only 6 tenths behind Sasha with the soft, with the newer, fresher softs in his mediums. He's now on the DRS zone. He's got DRS on the back of Sasha, but also Sasha's got DRS on the back of Flying Wannabe.
Indeed.
Tigers is looking. He's not having it.
He doesn't dare. He's going to see if he can't send it on maybe one of the other laps. As with Ultimate now coming now on to, I believe that is T20, now for the 23rd lap.
Here he is. No, he's not. It's fine. It's fine, but there you go, Tigers on the inside. Turn 17.
Oh, Sasha getting in, now just trying to cut Tigris off from the little scrap between Sasha and Wallaby. Now with lap 23 only.
John had a bit of a twitch there against Joe Pelly. He's lost his position against Joe Pelly. Joe Pelly did take the overtake, but then Joe Pelly, Jeebus John tried to come back on the inside and lost his traction.
Now with Penku now getting a 3-second time penalty, and that I think is going to be Raul. That's Raul on T11 with the bright Texas sun shining down on him as he enters through the T2 straight. No sign of Smooth in the rear of Raul, so definitely spread out for the back markers.
He's definitely roughly about 26 seconds behind, I believe, or 27 behind Raul at the minute, so he's got a fair way to go to try and catch Raul up. We've only, 4 laps remaining?
I'm now back on board with Tigris, as Tigris looks on the inside of Sasha. Is he going to allow the move to stick? It looks so. Sasha's still fighting with Tigris, the Mercedes, and the hat. Germany versus America. It's just all sorts of crazy here at Austin.
Oh, he's back on the inside. Sasha's back on the inside. Something happened there. Didn't seem to be
Sasha,
comfortable.
but Sasha just finally now seems to be just sort of saving up his energy from that last little duel between him and Tigurus. As Tigurus now focus is now up in front with Wallaby, as Sasha now gets a 3-second time penalty.
Raul's now in the pits.
Now with 4 laps to go, 4 laps to see who can pull it out of the bag. 4 laps to see if Beard Boost can somehow pass Waddington and maybe somehow passing Ultimate.
Tigurus is driving phenomenally. He's catching the back of Flying Wallaby now. He is determined to take this position back off Wallaby. He must admit he's done a cracking race today. It's the best I've seen him race so far.
Indeed, despite his 12-second time penalty, Tigurus will try and make all of the positions he can on anybody that he sees. If you look at him funny, he will overtake you as quickly as possible, as we're seeing right now. Wow! Look at that ultimate, just Tigurus just saying, "See ya! I'm off to P3." And now he sets his sights once more on the blue and orange McLaren of Beard Boost, who's around 6 seconds in front. Oh wait, no, that was Raul.
That's Raul's been lapped, isn't he? Raul's been lapped. Beard Boost and all that lapped. The back markers, I believe, they're starting to come onto the back of Zola. Zola will be the next car that will be lapped by Ultimate. So Smooth and Penku, all the guys that are now in the pack that are coming through, are battling it out, that are in the way. Hopefully Raul might work as a teammate to Flying Wannabe to try and gain his position back. Try and hold Tigurus off a bit more if he can.
Indeed, with Ultimate now having a 9-second time penalty, Waddington now being 10 seconds behind. It's just Ultimate is just driving to immortality, is to say the least, about his fantastic drive today, as Jeebus John now gets a 3-second time penalty. Fiend now being behind Wise, is trying to find any way, any crevice, any crack they can find near, as well as Wise looking to see to pass Dedgar, as I believe that is the yes, that is. It's just either a 3-way or a 5-way battle.
Oh, Sasha and Flying Wallaby have switched positions. Sasha has actually got past Flying Wallaby on the back straight. I didn't think that was possible. He was quite far away behind. He was roughly about 6/10 behind. I didn't think he'd have it on him to get past him that quick, but Flying Wallaby is twitching on that section there, and Penku has just received
a now getting a 3-second time penalty.
He's loving them penalties so far.
The Williams of Smooth currently has front row seats for this mad cataclysmic battle between Wallaby and Sasha. Wallaby, he now has DRS. He'll be looking up to send it up the inside. Here he goes!
Contact!
Break lock up with Sasha as they come into contact! Sasha's still trying to hold the racing point off, but will he be able to? It doesn't look like it as they both go into the S's. Oh my word! Raul now getting a 3-second time penalty.
That was a very confident overtake there on the S's. I would not have ever done that ever. I would have bottled out so much. But absolutely phenomenal there overtake there from Flying Wannabe. I know about the contact at the turn 1 wasn't really great, but the overtake on the S's is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Indeed.
Asda's on the back of Sasha. Anderson, sorry, is on the back of Sasha.
Yes, indeed, the McLaren wanting to help out his teammate.
Inside.
Sasha is not happy. The Romanian is not happy about Wallaby being in front of him. It's Romania versus Australia here at Texas.
Oh, he's on the inside now, look, he's on the inside. They're Flying Wallaby now.
Sasha, just being honest, absolutely just relentless, as now we come on to the penultimate lap of this Texas Grand Prix. It's been a quick one, this.
It sure has. Its time has flown on this race, but I must admit we've had non-stop drama in this race altogether. Sasha's just received
now it's
a
Sasha getting a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Sasha now going on to the outside, just passing Wallaby as if he's standing still. The Haas, it seems that the Racing Point is still wanting to claw his way back up to P5.
Anderson's getting involved as well. It's going to be a three-way battle for 5th position. And it's only Fine Wannabe. No, it's only Anderson. Anderson's the only one that's a clean driver out of all these 3 drivers that are battling it out. So Anderson, if he keeps where he is now, he will gain that 5th position. So he doesn't have to have a dramatic overtake. He can just keep clean and say, cheers guys, you carry on. I'm taking your positions anyway at the end of this race.
Same thing with a little bit of a similar situation with Ultimate and Waddington. If Ultimate needs to get somehow faster than Ultimate, as we now go on to, once again, the penultimate lap, as Ultimate now going, Ryan now getting a 3-second time penalty.
Ultimate needs to try and get a 9-second gap away from Waddington. He's only 8 seconds behind. He's only got 1 lap to do it. Can he get his 9 seconds, or else he's going to lose his position against Waddington?
The fight continues. The fight continues with Wallaby and Sasha as they go side by side through the C complex.
This is going to be an absolute phenomenal last lap.
I saw a car that just went wide.
Oh, who was that? Was that the Williams?
Yeah, I think that might have been smooth.
Yeah, well, anyway, Sasha's on the back end of Wannabe. He's got a DRS. He's going for the dive again on the inside.
Here he goes once more as we go on now to the final lap of this US Grand Prix. Now with Ultimate going to T11, as the Racing Point and the Haas continue to fight through the S's. It's just a relentless fight between the two, as Zola now gets a 3-second time penalty.
Unfortunate for Zola.
Enku, it's just not his race. It's not his race. He has 18 seconds worth of penalties. Just madness. As Ultimate doesn't seem to be seeing any way to get faster than Waddington. It seems that Ultimate is still slowing, now having a 7-second gap.
Well, as it is now the last lap, and he's coming round to the last corner. He has got some traffic ahead, but I don't think it's going to bother him. He's now coming to cross the line to finish first in the US Texas Grand Prix.
But with that penalty will make him unfortunately have to fall back, as Waddington now
race leader and winner.
Absolutely madness as we now come to the closing laps. Wallaby and Sasha are still going now to T18 and T19. It's the final quarter. Will Wallaby doing anything to do it like he saw in Russia? No, he won't. He now getting
Anderson
syndrome.
Goes fourth. Yeah,
2 weekends prior. Anderson now getting promoted to T4, to P4. Excuse me. Now with Dedgar.
Wise and Dedgar are battling out.
The Scarlet Ferrari, I think, will continue to have P9. Fiend now crossing the line because of his penalty, now getting T12. Followed by Jeebus John, who's now crossing the line, who gets who now gets promoted to P12. Ryan getting P14. Shmi and Lowe are fighting it out on the S-Benz. Smooth now leaving the session. Lowe and Shmi both by themselves fighting it out through the C-Benz. Now through T19.
Mr. Shmi's going wide.
The Ferrari goes wide. The Scarlet Ferrari goes wide. Shmi still trying to fend off the Williams. And it's... Oh, wow. Did you see that? Lowe doing a freaking Shmi.
What an end to that race that was.
Jesus Christ. I don't think anybody could have predicted that.
That's unfortunate. That so. As we come to the tally of the race, we have got Waddington that was in second, has come first due to the penalties that Ultimate had. So we've got Waddington in first, Ultimate second, Beer Boost third, Anderson fourth, Flying Wallaby fifth, Tigor sixth, Wavy in seventh, Sasha in eighth, Degger 9th, Joe Paddy 10th, Wise 11th, Jeeves John 12th, Fiend 13th, Ryan Hurricane is in 14th, 15th Mr. Schmee, Low 16th, 17th in Zola, 18th is Raoul, 19th is Smooth, and Penku in 20th.
Indeed, it seems that the United States Grand Prix, even though being a very controversial track, is definitely one that shows some race action.
It sure is. It's been an absolute phenomenal race. We've had some actions from the back and the front of the pack this time. It's just been crazy from one start to the finish.
And shall we now have our little driver interview?
You can invite him in.
All right.
I'm just getting screenshots, that's all.
Fair enough. Let's talk with Mr. Ultimate. Oh, wait, hang on. There we go. I've now invited Ultimate to the party. Oh, and he's gone offline.
Oh, so could you get hold of Waddington? Is Waddington available?
I don't really have Waddington as a friend currently.
Let's see if I've got
I just
him.
left.
Oh, I've not got Waddington either.
Jesus. I was just wondering, do you have Sasha or Wallaby?
Sasha. I ain't got Sasha or Wallaby. No, I've got Whippy.
Oh well, Whippy will do. Invite him in. He has a W at the front of his name. It's probably fine.
Yeah, we'll just pretend he can do his fake interview for him.
Anyways, unfortunately, once more, we can't seem to get the drivers. But however, what an astounding race to leave the United States Grand Prix. I want to thank all of the Twitch viewers who have watched this great stream. If you have enjoyed it, please follow and tap the notification bell on Twitch. And if you're watching this in post, please subscribe, tap the notification bell, like, and share with your friends to watch some more XRL action. That'll be it with me and Herbie. We will see you. We will see you next time. For what track?
It is Mexico for definite. At this time.
All right. Okay. I guess you can go ahead and lead us off first, Herbie.
So Waddington did an absolute cracking race there in USA. What's your thoughts on how you did? Because we reckon you did a fantastic job. Yeah, we were grateful with that with no safety cars, because from the start to the finish, you and Ultimate have had an absolute flying race, and I bet you're quite glad actually that Ultimate did have them time penalties that actually put you into first position. Daft, innit?
And also, I was just wondering, what was your kind of reaction when you were in the top 3 spot with 2 now X1 drivers? Oh.
So there you go. There's your. I'm gonna say there's your pace then. There's your pace. So for all in all, how does your Ryan Hurricane? Did you think he did quite well? Because I know he was actually in the top 10 with you, and he had a bit of an incident. And then what happened there? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, he was. He was battling with you and who was it was it Beer Boost? No, it wasn't Beer Boost. It was Flying Wannabe. You were battling with Flying Wannabe. I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
I was just wondering, what was your kind of technique to go around CODIS and win with no penalties?
Yeah. I noticed that because obviously I'm in the lower league than you. I'm in X3, but when I was battling it out, and you get that buzz of like, come on, got to keep going, and because you're that buzzed off with overtaking, it was a close overtake. You don't seem to figure out, oh crap, I've lost the control of my car, and you end up cutting corners. You think, fuck's sake, you ruin your race a bit from it. But yeah, it's good to see that you kept a clean race out there. Yeah. Yeah, didn't he go on to the he went on to the mediums, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they do. They do that. I've noticed that in a few races, especially in PRL as well. I've had a few instances with Rem. Rem's took me off a few times, but that's PRL, not XRL, so it's a totally different story. But yeah, I agree with you there, I must admit. Have you got any more to say there, Root?
Not really. So, a fantastic race for you, Waddington, and just absolutely have a fantastic rest of your Sunday.
Cheers, Wellington. Yeah, cheers, bud. Yeah, so there, buddy. Thank you very much for coming in. So, as Root being assigned to you guys on the chat, and I'll probably let him to do it again, but from me, myself, Herbie, I'd like to say thank you to everyone watching, also all the X2 drivers and the XRL league managers that run this league all together, because it's non-stop action throughout every league, and thanks to them we've got this great community of all these drivers and co-presenters that do all the comms for you guys. But thanks again. That's from me, XRL Herbie, and I'll pass you on to Root to say his goodbyes for this race.
Yes, indeed. As we leave my home track of Texas, as we now go through down south, further down south to Mexico, it will be definitely an interesting sort of race. And yes, as Herbie was saying, I am absolutely grateful for ASDA getting me into this league, because I'm going to be honest, I have never met so many kind people from a league before. It's just an incredible community. If you have not, and you are thinking of joining a league, I would highly recommend XRL. They're just incredible people.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them, mate. You've nailed it on the head there. Everyone here, they're all soft and they're all happy to help in either way possible. So, but yeah, I totally agree with you there, buddy.
Anyways, as unfortunately our time has indeed run out, so I want to thank everybody once again for coming out and watching the stream. Once again, if you're watching this in post, please subscribe, turn the notification bell, like, and also share it with your friends. And if you're watching this on Twitch, please follow and hit the bell icon, so that way you don't miss a race, because you never want to miss this. Anyways, that's gonna be it from me and Herbie. We'll see you next time, next week in Mexico.
Sign out.